Hello, friends. I just wanted to talk to everybody about, there is so much division about whether there's a pre-trib rapture, a mid-trib rapture, or a rapture at the end, or no rapture at all. And I'm seeing it divide people in a way that's not good. And people are getting mad and angry. And, when Jesus' first coming, the same thing happened. Some said, oh, he's going to be a Nazarene. He's going to come out of Bethlehem. Other cities coming out of Egypt. And they were divided. But guess what? They were all correct. Do you realize, just food for thought, the grape harvest is the time when the events of the end of the tribulation occur? It's a grape harvest. Do you know there's 3 separate grape harvests in Israel? There's one in the fall, there's one in November, and there's one even when there's snow on the ground. So think about that. Anyway, everybody could be right, but nobody can get along about it. So who knows? We'll see. But I know one thing, the Bible says he's coming for those who love his appearing. So just keep your eyes on Jesus more than anything else. Make sure that your love for him is strong and stay in the scriptures. I see people getting really upset over end time events because, people tend to feel afraid of things that they can't control, things that they can't change. It makes people feel powerless. It causes them to feel fearful, even fear of the unknown. And many people are just trying to live their lives and they don't want the end to come yet, because they can't picture this wonderful, perfect place that the Lord is going to take his people to that is so far beyond this world. I want to explain something to you as far as things we're seeing and how they're increasing, shaking. This is how I learned in my study time with the Lord about end times. That, we know Jesus said it will be like a woman in labor. Birth pangs. The earth is in birth pangs. That's why we see certain things going on right now across the earth and getting stronger. And these events will get stronger and closer together because when a woman's in labor, the water breaks. That's why we're seeing all these floods. The earth is in labor. Bloodshed, the blood comes and you're in terrible pain and all this seems like the worst pain imaginable. And then the greatest love of your life comes. And we can liken that to Jesus Christ. The greatest love of our life will come. At the end of all this pain and suffering and just difficulty, the beauty is when you see your baby, the love you have is love beyond anything you could even imagine, right? So the earth is in birth pangs. And we're seeing that. And, people fear what they can't fix themselves. So you'll see people reacting different ways because they're just not there yet. And it scares them. There's fear involved, So don't take that personally if somebody responds that way to you. Just understand they're not there yet and just pray for them. Don't get offended. Don't get frustrated. Tomorrow at sundown, Rosh Hashanah begins, which is Yom Teruah, the blowing of the trumpets, the new year in Israel. It's known as the hidden day because it's the only feast of the Lord that's on the new moon. And so the sighting of the moon is really crucial. I did teachings about that. It's also the wedding day of Messiah, the coronation of God, the coronation of King Yeshua, our Messiah. It is also the day the books are opened and judgments meted out and decisions are made about who will live, who will die, what will happen to the nations of this world in the coming year. So it's a really, really crucial time. It's the day no man knows the day or hour. So this is really, really exciting. And right after Rosh Hashanah, the United Nations are having their meeting. On August 18th and 19th, the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations Summit is being held right after Rosh Hashanah. And they're really focusing on peace and safety. Now there's also an additional event hosted by Saudi Arabia called Peace Day Effort for the Middle East. This will be put on by Saudi Arabia along with the Arab League and the European Union in cooperation with Egypt and Jordan. So Saudi Arabia is co-hosting this event aimed at revamping the Israel-Palestinian peace process. That's big because that is Bible prophecy. Let's see what happens. It could be very exciting. The most important thing is that we stay faithful to Jesus Christ, Yeshua, and do his will. Love your neighbor as yourself. Continue to do what God has called you to do in this hour, and share the love of Jesus wherever you can. And stay in the scriptures and just make sure that you're ready. And trust the Lord. Lean not on our own understanding. In all of our ways we acknowledge him, and he will direct our paths. He said he would be with us to the end. Yeshua said, in this world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world, and he most certainly has. I hope that this encourages you. There's just so much going on where people are getting in fear. We're not to be in fear. We're to be excited and in faith. And I'm one of those people that looks for his appearing with joy and excitement. I've had 2 dreams, and in both my dreams I was caught up into the air in the split second. So in both dreams I was super excited, and it was the most amazing experience of my life. And the second dream I had was just a week ago. And I looked up and Jesus was filling the sky, and I screamed Jesus with great joy. And my mother was right there, and I looked at her and I screamed, we're going home. And our bodies took off at the speed of light. And so, wow, that was an exciting dream, very exciting. So whatever happens, whether you believe in a pre-trib, a mid-trib, a post-trib, or no trib, let's all love one another, for love is of God. He that loves knows God. He that doesn't love does not know God, for God is love. God bless you all.